There are a lot of characters in Animal Crossing New Horizons, like over 400 of them, so I know it's a little wrong for me to say this, but I want more. And yeah, I know they just put in 16 new villagers, but that's not enough for me. So once again, I have to do what Nintendo won't and put in a new character for every species in Animal Crossing New Horizons. That's right, I'll be adding 35. 35? Alright, place your bets for how long you think this is gonna last. That's right, 35 new and unique villagers, one per species. So join me as today we make a new mouse villager in Animal Crossing New Horizons. So I think most people can agree that the mouse villagers are pretty forgettable. Chatter is cool, Petrie's cool, but other than that, I mean, what is this? So I decided to go with a themed villager for the mouse villagers because, to be honest, I think a lot of the mouse villagers are kind of bad and you need something that's memorable. At first I was like, okay, well let's think of a famous mouse. Obviously Mickey Mouse comes to mind first, but that's a little predictable and, to be honest, kind of boring, so I didn't want to do Mickey Mouse. But then I remembered Mickey Mouse hasn't always been Mickey Mouse. He used to be Steamboat Willie, and that got me thinking, what if we had like a character that was sort of out of the 1920s, that rubber hose type of look, where I can make him look really flat and have those sort of cartoony features? I had already been messing around with the idea of like a black and white character, so I thought this would be something cool to start off with. Okay, we need to look at reference. So I looked up 1920s rubber hose animation. I'm looking through and mostly what I'm noticing is these like Pac-Man eyes. You can see it here on Cuphead. I think that's pretty standard with 1920s animation. It really evokes that feeling of like 1920s animation look, so I definitely want to go with that for my character. So I made a quick and easy circle. I'm going to pull a little slice out of it, and I mean, I don't really think I need to do anything too crazy with it. It's going to look like a Pac-Man eye. Okay, well that's the eye done, so let's see what that looks like when we put it on the character. Okay, that actually looks pretty good. I don't really know what I was expecting. I mean, it's a pretty standard look. I don't really know how I could have messed it up. But yeah, I think I'm gonna end up going with those eyes because those look pretty good. So now I need to figure out the mouth, and I'm looking through the reference, not really sure exactly what I want to do. I might do something kind of like this. You can see like that bean-shaped kind of mouth where it's showing the teeth. I think that's kind of a classic look, so maybe, I mean, I don't know how well it'll be able to be seen on the bottom right there, but I guess we could just pull out a mouth and see what happens whenever we try it. This is going to be something pretty quick and rough, but I just want to see what it looks like to get us at least a basic idea of how it would look if we try to go with this. Alright, let's see what that looks like on the actual character. Wow, that looks really bad. I mean, it looks like the image, kind of. Maybe not really. I found this picture of Cuphead, and you can see he's got like sort of just a one-line mouth, and I think that might look better because Dora already had that, and that's who we're kind of basing this off of. Well, we're basing it off all the characters, but I think that one-line mouth might look a little bit better than this whole big like toothy grin. I think it'll look better on a flat surface, so I'm gonna try that out real quick and see how it looks. Make a line, make another line. It's truly that simple. This is gonna be the one. It is not the one. I mean, it looks like the Cuphead picture, but I don't know, it just doesn't look right. Maybe I need to have it go a little bit farther to the left, like more in the middle, something like that. Yeah, I mean, it's better, but I still really don't like it. It looks like the picture, but I just don't think that that's going to work. It looks a little too generic and not really 20s, but I also don't really know what else to do. Because, like, I really want to do that bean-shaped mouth. Like, even something like this, over here, like, you can see this mouth is a little bit on the side. Actually, maybe we can try that. Have the mouth kind of be on the side. Yeah, let's try with this little side, but still bean mouth, because I get the feeling that's going to look good. And I noticed the mouth in that picture was more white than, like, the gray color that everything else was, so maybe I can try that. Maybe that's kind of what's throwing it off. I don't know. This mouth can't fail me. Like, it literally can't, because I will be out of options if it does. Let's see. No, you know what? No, I actually do kind of like it. Something is weird about it, but I think we're getting closer. I'm pretty sure I need to change the body texture because maybe that's what's throwing it off. I don't know. I get the feeling maybe it's the mouth, but let me just try to change the body to what it's going to end up being, and we'll see if that kind of alleviates some of that fear with this mouth. All right, let's throw in the body real quick. So I decided to go with all black because I think that's pretty standard with cartoon characters, and something still doesn't look right. Oh, you know what? Actually, I think I do know what's wrong. I forgot to put that little, like, point on the eyes. You know how, like, it makes their iris. You guys know what I'm talking about. Let me add that real quick. Okay, yeah, that actually does look pretty good. I think he actually does look kind of cute. I'm curious to see what he looks like in the game, though, because that could just be a whole change of everything. Actually, before I do that, I'm going to change his nose, because right now I think the black on his nose is a little bit too much. Like, it's really big, and I think 1920s cartoon characters had just kind of standard sized noses, and right now it's really big, so I'm gonna make that a little bit smaller. Let's bring that in. Yeah, no, I think that looks good. That looks fine. I don't know, something is holding me back from going full in on this mouth. It just does not look right. I think, honestly, probably I'm just gonna sleep on it and come back, because I might have been looking at it too long. I know that happens to me a lot, where I'll just keep looking at a character and then it slowly eats away at my brain, so I'm going to sleep on it and then come back and see if it looks any better. Okay, I'm back. I added eyebrows. I checked it out. I'm pretty sure I like it, kind of. I think it's a good concept, but I think there's a problem with the teeth. I think the teeth are what's holding it back. Something about the teeth just don't look right. So what I'm going to do, check this out. I'm going to add a tongue instead. I think the teeth, they made him look like he was like in a first grade picture. Like with his teeth, it gives off a lot of that like Mickey Mouse type look. I think the teeth made him look like he was in his first grade school picture or something, and the school photographer told him to smile or something. I think this mouth is going to look a little bit more 20s, I guess. It's going to make him look like he's about to get hit in the head with a frying pan or something, and then birds are going to go all around him. The teeth, I'm pretty sure it was the teeth, but I'm going to finalize this and see. I think I finalized the mouth. I'm happy with how this looks. I think he looks like he could be in the game as like a regular character, but I think he also looks pretty unique, so I think we'll end up going with this. Actually, before I forget really quick, I want to give him a custom sailor shirt that's in black and white. I don't want to change too much from what would be in the actual game, but I think just changing this color is going to give it a little bit more of that vintage aesthetic, make him look like fully black and white. And I mean, there are black and white clothes in the game, so we can check those out as well. Okay, I dropped him in halves. Something's up with the sailor shirt. I don't really know. You can see the textures are kind of messed up on the little tie, but let's just focus on the character for now. He looks really cute. I like him. His blinking animation looks good. I think the mouth looks really good. I don't really see anything wrong with the character. I mean, he just looks like a cute little cartoon character. I will have to mess with the nose a little bit because I see like the texture going into the rest of the face isn't quite the same color, but that'll be an easy fix. Actually, let's see what he's gonna look like in a shirt. Don't worry about those textures popping up. I'll have to change those, obviously. But yeah, I mean, in the shirt, I think he looks great. He definitely gives off that like 1920s black and white look. Like he looks like he's in black and white, which obviously is what I'm going for. Honestly, I mean, after that first look, I think I'm just gonna go forward with the rest of the textures and keep everything about how we have right now and just get it all finalized. So please enjoy this short little montage. You know, I just remembered I'm gonna have to come up with a name for this guy, which honestly I was not thinking about, a name and a phrase. But we'll just save that for future me. Future me will have to deal with that problem. Right now, we're worried about textures. Alright, so I finished all the textures, and now, sadly, we have to come to doing the name, which, to be honest, I have been dreading, because I can do, like, the drawing and stuff, but coming up with the actual ideas for names, and even for the characters, has been very tough. That's honestly kind of one of the reasons that I decided to do this, was because I wanted to sort of test myself and see what I could do with all that type of stuff. So maybe I can just look up mouse and just see if there's anything related to mice that could work. I think characters in the 1920s had names that ended in Y, like Mickey and Goofy, that type of stuff. So I think the name should end with Y. I mean, Dora's phrase in the game is squeaky, and when I saw that, I was like, oh, that's really cute. But also, like, I'm replacing Dora, so I'm not 100% sure I want to just take her phrase and make it the name. But it also jumped out immediately, so yeah, I think I'm just going to use Squeaky as the name. So the name had to do with mice, so I guess the phrase needs to have something to do with animation. So I'm looking through the animation Wikipedia right now. I'm around the 1920s, and check this out. Talkies, right? That's what they used to call old movies back in the day. And I thought that that would be really cute, just to have his phrase be like talkie or something like that, because it's a reference, but it also sounds like a phrase that could be in the game. Okay, we got the name, we got the phrase. Let's head to Harv and try on some clothes. But first, we gotta let Harriet line me up. You know, she never does me wrong. She always comes through with a always great haircut. So I've brought in a selection of like gray shirts and stuff. I think I'm gonna end up going with this Argyle vest, but just looking through, I mean, the gym tee is pretty cute, but kind of basic and a little boring. This sailor shirt was kind of what I was trying to go for with the other one. And I mean, as much as the vampire costume is very cool, I don't think it quite gets us where we need to go. So I think, yeah, at the end of the day, I'm just gonna end up going with this Argyle vest. Though I kind of like the sailor shirt, but we're gonna go with the Argyle vest. So with all that put together, let's enjoy some candid footage of our new mouse villager, Squeaky. And just like that, episode 1 of Villager Lab is complete. I've been really wanting to make a series like this for a long time, and I actually started to work on this series a little while back. I started with alligator villagers. I was planning on going in alphabetical order, and it kept not working out, so I ended up scrapping the idea for a little while, but I came back with something that I knew I wanted to try with the mice, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. I know I made a little joke about it at the beginning about 35 villagers, but don't hold it over my head if I don't end up doing all 35, because it's going to be a little tough. Like I said earlier, this is more so just a way for me to practice design and coming up with new ideas and stuff. I've got some plans that hopefully I can execute in the future on other episodes, but for now, I want to say thank you guys for checking this video out and making it this far in the video. It really does mean a lot. If you got any ideas for a new character in a species, I'd love to hear it, and I'd love to steal your idea if it's good enough. In 2022, I really want to start making more videos that I talk in and that are a little bit longer and show a little bit more personality, I guess, than just uploading a minute-long clip of a mod that I made. It's not quite as personable, and I think these videos might be a little bit more fun. They might not get the same amount of views, but I think they're just more fun to make and more fun to watch. So if you like this type of video, feel free to leave a like, subscribe if you're not already, all that type of stuff. You guys know the drill. I'm also considering, it's just a consideration right now, I'm nothing set in stone, but I kind of want to make a Patreon so I can post mods to it, post videos early, just give some sort of incentive for people to check out some exclusive stuff, because I've got some ideas in mind for some upcoming videos, and I think I can do a little spin-offs of those types of videos, but I want them to be sort of exclusive for the fans that really want to see those types of videos. Like I said, nothing's set in stone, but it is possible, so that may be a place that you can download certain mods, find out some behind-the-scenes type stuff, maybe some tutorials. I'm not really sure yet, but just keep your eyes peeled for something like that if you are interested, because if I do end up doing it, I'll let you guys know about it. With all that out of the way, once again, I want to say thank you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next episode of Villager Lab.